As many of you know, I have been doing an elimination diet for the past week. Hello my veganese friends. Today I am going to explain what the elimination diet is all about. As many of you know, I've been a vegan for about 8 months, and in the past month or so I've started getting flare-ups and swelling and pain. And so I started looking into alkaline versus acidic foods, and in the back of my mind there was always, the Dr. McDougall elimination diet, which I knew had helped a lot of people, but I was just afraid to do it because of the amount of time and just restricting so much more my diet. So last Sunday I woke up in so much pain. It was just bad. And so I went online and just started looking around. Well, I had found this group, McDougall and Friends, and I was asking about I think I asked about the elimination diet. Actually, I asked about lemon juice because I had been drinking lemon juice, which is very alkalizing. And nobody replied to whether lemon juice was good or bad. They kept asking me if I had done the elimination diet. And just it happened that day or the day before, Dr. McDougall had released the May newsletter. And it was all about arthritis, and it had the elimination diet on it. So I just felt like that was sort of a sign that I just needed to bite the bullet and go ahead and do the elimination diet. So that's the reason why I did it. There are many different elimination diets, but I'm following Dr. McDougall's elimination diet. Mainly what you want to do is eat a lot of pain-free foods, is what he calls them. And these foods are like brown rice, sweet potatoes, winter squashes, and taro, which I don't know what it is. I haven't tried it yet. And those are sort of your starches. And then for green and yellow vegetables, you want to stick with non-starchy green and yellow vegetables. And then for fruits, you want to stick with non-citrus fruits. And all the fruits and vegetables need to be cooked. So, that was a little difficult, but I found some really tasty meals out of that. The only condiments you can have are salt and sugar, and the only beverage is water. That was the hardest thing for me because I am Colombian and I love my coffee. So I could drink, 4 cups of coffee a day. And the first 2 days actually of the elimination diet were the hardest because of that. The first day I felt sick, I was shivering, I felt cold, and my headache was ridiculous. I literally felt like I had the flu or something. It was so bad. And the second day I just had the headache, none of the sickness symptoms. And then by the third day I didn't have any headaches, so that worked out pretty well. A lot of people have asked me what is the one thing that I miss the most. And it's hands down coffee. That I miss coffee. So what I plan on doing now is basically the elimination diet is 7 days of eating those pain-free foods. And then once you hit those 7 days, which is today, well actually it was yesterday, but today's my first day that I get to add something. So after those 7 days, you start adding one food at a time, only one food. And you try to eat that food as much as possible, like breakfast, lunch, and dinner for 2 days to make sure that you don't have any reaction to it. And if you don't, then you know that it's a safe food and you'll be able to just continue adding that. If you do have a reaction, you have to go back to the pain-free foods for 4 to 7 days, basically to clean your system out, and then you can start testing new foods. But once you've tested a food and you realize that your body's fine with it, then you can just move on. So I have some tips for anyone who's wanting to do the elimination diet. First thing is I think it's really helpful if you are sick and tired of being sick and tired, because this is not an easy thing to do. You feel, like I said, you feel sick some days, you feel tired, you lose weight. I lost about 3 pounds and I did not need to lose any weight. And it's hard when you're craving a cup of coffee or a cup of even tea I couldn't have. So I think it's important to do it when you really decide that you're going to do it. So that's number one. Tip number 2 is to keep a little food journal. And so I just would put the date on here. I would put my to-do list, but I would also put what I'm having for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I would put for arthritis, I would put my pain from 1 to 10, my swelling, and my stiffness. And so that helped me, that if I woke up feeling, stiffer or something, I would look back to the day before and see what I ate that could have caused that. So I hope that this was helpful. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And if you want even more resources, head over to speakingveganese.com and sign up for updates. And remember, food is your medicine. Bye.